Do you have a message for our listeners? This is one of her questions. One way would be to say hello. We are these creatures from outer space, but really from inner space. And we are interested in you, and we are interested in communicating with you. And that is our message. We are not the type that enjoys flowery speech. We simply do not understand what is wanted here. Other than that, many of these questions she has are ones that are going to be difficult for me to answer because I am not all knowing. I am looking at her reality from a distance and observing it. I do understand more things about how her reality is created than she previously understood, although she is coming to understand. But we don't know the future of your reality. We feel that sometimes she may speak with somebody else and get more information, but this is where we are right now. Can others contact us? This is another question. Yes, they can. There's nothing really stopping them. But most of you do not have an interest in our type. As I believe I have already mentioned, there's only been about 3 or 2 clear communications in what you would call your past. She has a question. What is the purpose? What is the purpose of Earth life? We do not know the purpose of life. We do not know it in thus that we don't know why we were created, other than we think that it is simply to live, grow, expand, experience. This thing we feel most life has in common with other life. We also find that much out there has curiosity and this concept of interest, which are emotions, because we share similar ways of thinking to humans. In that way, we can communicate. It occurs to us that we did not think of these things as emotions, but they are emotions nonetheless, at least the way you would think of them. She wants to know if we have fear. Fear is an interesting thing in that when she experiences it, it is very difficult to imagine not having fear. But yet when it's gone, we don't understand why we had it. We experience fear through her. This is not something we are familiar with on this level. We do sometimes experience something like fear, but it is very dull in comparison to hers. We experience fear of extinction. That is our greatest fear. We do not experience many fears. We do not experience any fears that I can currently label as fears. There may be no others. We are trying to understand your way of thinking in these answers. Our understanding continually evolves, as does hers. The girl has a list of questions which we think is a good idea. However, many of these questions we feel are not relevant or cannot be answered by us. The girl wishes to know what her future is, but instead of saying it in that way, she is thinking she's being sneaky by tying it to the fate of humanity, even though truthfully what she wants to know is her future. But your people label that as selfish, so she is not being truthful completely with herself in that way. These are things that we have been able to help her with by pointing out her illogical behavior and helping her understand herself better. We feel that we may be able to do that with other people as well, which is why we feel in compliance with the agreement to assist the girl in this task.